What's the only thing better than ordering pizza? Making it fresh, of course, especially when you use a pizza oven. A friend of mine got one of those outdoor appliances during the pandemic, and man, it's hard to go back to boxed pizza. You know, it's been sitting in a delivery person's car for a while. And it's always fun to dress up your pizza as well, maybe with the kids, to personalize your pie. Well, to learn what's new from Ooni, one of the bigger names in this space, and the tech they use in their pizza ovens, we're joined by Christian Tapaninaho, founder and co-CEO of Ooni. Thanks for your time, Christian. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks so much, Marc, for having me on.
Awesome. Great to chat with you all the way in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Yeah, spring is in the air. We're heading towards summer.
So, hey, before we hear what's new in pizza ovens, tell us a bit about Ooni, the company. And for our listeners, it's spelled Ooni.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've been around for about 10 years now, and business really started from my love of pizza. I'd grown up in a supermarket and in a bakery with my mom was running. So kind of cooking and baking was always my blood. And around 2010, I just got really into making pizza at home, and it became a bit of an obsession. And through that obsession, then I started looking for better ways of making it at home, and kind of hit a wall with traditional sort of these kind of domestic electric ovens. They just weren't getting hot enough. And from that sort of discovery and kind of passion for pizza, that's where I started developing the product itself.
Awesome. And I understand Ooni is also an official partner of the 1% for the Planet commitment. Is that right? Donating a percentage of your global revenue to environmental causes and social causes?
That's right, yeah. So environmental causes especially and social causes very close to our heart from very beginning of Ooni, realizing that we are building actual physical products into the world, which are of course resource intensive to make. And they burn the original models, they burn wood pellets to run them. Now we have gas and electric models as well. Using those resources, we want to make sure that we put in the effort to kind of overcome that we've planted over 4.5 million trees over the course of our history, and through the 1% for Planet, we're making sure that we try and be as good of a citizen in the global economy as possible.
That's great. Congrats. All right. Without further ado, let's talk pizza. Tell us what's new with your pizza ovens.
All right. So we feel like we've got a great range of ovens, from anything from gas powered that you just hook up to a propane tank, to multi-fuel ovens that you can use with charcoal and wood. And we've been building products for the last 10 years and always knew that really want to make sure that when people are looking to make pizza, we create the products that give them the best experience possible. And no matter what that fuel type that they might prefer, as you know, in barbecuing, there's a lot of people they're either gas barbecues or they really love their charcoal barbecues. And we've just recently added Volt 12, Ooni Volt 12 to our range, which is our first ever electric oven that we've made. And it's just an awesome oven. We've also added to the range Ooni Karu 12G, which is a bit more of a compact oven, sort of a younger brother for the Karu 16, which is our bigger oven meant for 16-inch pizzas.
And are these both for the outdoors, or are these to be used inside?
So all of our other ovens, all the solid fuel ones and all the kind of wood-fired and gas-powered ones, they're for outdoors only, really. Just because of you wouldn't use a barbecue indoors either.
Sure.
But what's really cool about the Volt 12 is that's a product that's actually built for indoors as well as outdoors. So we've made it as an electric oven, so you can use it on your kitchen countertop very easily. It just takes 20 minutes to heat up. Gets up to 450 Celsius, about 850 Fahrenheit. But what we've done with this product is we've waterproofed it in a way that it's actually, you can take it safely and use it safely outdoors as well. So you can take it out to your patio and use it there as well.
What would you say to someone who just makes pizza in a regular oven? They do like the idea of buying dough or making the dough and adding their own sauce and cheese and veggies and meat. Why is a pizza oven better? I think you already hinted at the heat element.
Right. So I think the best way to understand this is if you've not made pizza in a traditional pizza oven, you've only made it in an electric oven that gets up to about 400 Fahrenheit or about 220 Celsius. And the best way to understand this, that most of us have cooked a steak at some point. And it's a little bit like taking a steak and trying to get a really nice sear on a steak, but you've only got a lukewarm, kind of medium warm skillet. you can't keep it there for longer and hope it to start searing while the temperature isn't hot enough. There's the same thing with pizza. You have to hit those really high temperatures that for all types of pizza tend to be higher than your domestic oven can reach. So New York style pizza would be cooked in something like maybe 650 Fahrenheit, 700 Fahrenheit, Neapolitan style pizza up to 900 Fahrenheit.
Oh, wow.
So you really need the interaction of that heat and the dough there to really create that puff in the crust, or get the steam kind of making it rise and personally, I love it when it's really a little bit crispy on the outside, but a really nice fluff on the inside. They're really soft on the inside. And you just can't get that in a domestic electric oven.
Fair enough. We're chatting with Christian Tapaninaho. He is the founder and co-CEO of Ooni. Speaking of Ooni, why would someone consider one of your pizza ovens?
We are the category creators. So before us, this category didn't really exist. So we contrast ourselves to these traditional pizza ovens. We call ourselves the creators of the modern pizza oven category. So we have the longest experience in making these ovens. And through that, we absolutely live and breathe pizza. We use these products day in and day out. I'm in our Broxburn office in Scotland. I can see from my office window, there's engineers. This is the site where all the engineering and product design happens. I can currently see engineers making pizza as part of the product.
Tough job. Yeah.
It is a tough job. I mean, I still eat pizza about 3 or 4 times a week minimum. I don't get sick of it. It's a beautiful food to eat, because it's every time.
I gotta ask you, what's your favorite pizza?
So I maybe pizza wise, I'm a bit of a traditionalist. If I have the choice, my toppings are, this might not be to everyone's taste, but the pizza is called Napoletana, and it's with anchovies, capers, olive, very thinly sliced garlic, marinara sauce, no cheese, and basil leaves on top.
No
and then
cheese?
A drizzle of olive. Yeah, this is a bit more of a traditional sort of a combo, but absolutely love it. I think it is the saltiness that grown to be a bit of a salt fiend.
And what's your take on this debate about Hawaiian pizza? Pineapple and ham? Yes or no? Depending on whom you ask, it could be blasphemy or it can be divine.
We very much, we lean into that sort of the contrast between those, and how they kind of a bit of a fight between those things. I have no problem with whatever people put on their pizza. I've actually developed my own sort of a Scottish version of a Hawaiian pizza that I call the Outer Hebrides, which is using pineapple that's been cooked in with red chilies in a sugar kind of liquid, so it gets that spiciness. The heat comes from the chilies, and then you use black pudding instead of ham, and it's a white pizza, so no red sauce, just cheese, black pudding, and those hot spicy pineapple slices, and it's a gorgeous pizza. So I'm in the camp pineapple.
No haggis then. I guess black pudding was similar. Yeah,
it's got a similar tone.
Yeah.
I absolutely love haggis, and it makes for a great topping as well.
Sorry to get off topic. I had to ask you what your favorite kind of pizza was. But before we wrap up, so I'm a techie. Can you tell us what kind of technology may be used in an Ooni pizza oven?
So the technology is, as we started, it was really inventing the way of making these things. So your traditional ovens are hundreds and hundreds of kilos of brick and mortar to be able to cook a pizza in a traditional oven. And the technology was really shrinking that down to something the size of your carry-on suitcase or even smaller. Incredibly efficient combustion. So our products, the wood-fired products, run with incredibly small amounts of smoke. So they just burn up and use a lot of that energy that is stored inside the wood. A lot of the technology is about combustion and maintaining as much of that heat, or using that heat as efficiently as possible to cook pizzas inside the ovens, and making that experience as good as possible. Really, what we're working towards is enabling people to make fantastic pizzas at home and building products that enable those experiences for our customers.
I understand there's an app with one or more of your models.
Yeah, so we have an app that is kind of it's you can use it standalone as well. So the app kind of walks you through. You've got tons of recipes, but you've also got a pizza dough recipe builder, where this is especially if you're a little bit further into that journey of becoming a pizzaiolo or a pizza maker. You can set up where you can, okay, I've got 5 friends coming over. I'm gonna make 6 dough balls, and they're gonna be 275 grams each, and it sort of gives you this calculation of how many ingredients, what is your proving time, and these kind of things. So it's a little bit along the journey of making pizza, but we've got a ton of recipes and
Hmm.
how tos in that app. It's really popular for our customers who are getting into pizza making.
Awesome. And then let's wrap up on costs. How much do some of your models start at, and the best website to learn more?
So best place to find this is just Ooni.com, and we'll redirect wherever you come from the world. You will find a website for you
Mm-hmm.
there. Of course, Amazon.com as well. We start at $2.99 USD and go up to $7.99 USD, and I think our Canadian dollar price starts at 4.95 Canadian and goes up to about 1,000 Canadian dollars.
All right. What does uni mean exactly?
Oh, great question. So Uni, the original spelling was UUNI, and it literally means oven in Finnish. I'm
Oh,
from Finland originally,
yeah, I
hence
can
the
tell.
slight
Yeah.
accent.
It didn't sound like a Scottish accent. So,
No, it's not. Although I have lived in UK for
hmm.
literally all of my adult life, from for about 20 years, it's still not rubbed off
So
on
you
me.
just sort of anglicized it with the OONI.
Absolutely, yeah. So we found that in 2018, we found that so many people were misspelling it or mispronouncing it because of the spelling. So we just made it easier, and actually, I really love it. We were able to get the .com domain address as well at the time, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Side note, my first job was at Pizza Hut when I was 14,
Amazing.
followed by a Canadian pizza chain called Pizza Pizza. So I've got some of that in my blood.
All right, excellent.
Looking forward to trying one of your pizza ovens. Thanks so much for your time, Christiane. All the best. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on.